Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of mprugs.com. My name is Mike. I'm the moderator in a series of videos that is all about handmade carpets from around the world. I welcome you to our channel and I hope you and your family are doing well. In today's episode, I'm going to be featuring a rug manufacturer in Turkey that is synonymous with the Turkish silk rugs. It is the Ozipek manufacturer from within the Hereke region. This is a manufacturer that was around for decades. Unfortunately, got decimated by the influx of the Chinese, cheaper Chinese imitation rugs. But in this video, I'm going to be looking at you and I'm going to be showcasing 5 signatures. This is going to be a little bit of a trivia question, and my question that I'm going to be opening up to all of you out there is, well, there is 5 different signatures, and these are all on Hereke Ozipek rugs. 5 distinct signatures. Which ones are real? Or are they all real? Or are any of them fake? The Ozipek manufacturer is actually also one of my own personal favorites. They were around for a long time. And for those of you that are into the Turkish Hereke rugs, the word Ozipek represents some of the finest. We're generally the lowest quality pieces, and like I said, I got 5 pieces here, and there's actually something very unique about 2 of them that I'm going to be explaining to you in a little bit. But there's 5 pieces here. All of the 4 of them, the 2 large pieces and the 2 that are on the corners, those are what is known as a 1010 quality. And on the Ozipeks, it's actually really rare on the genuine pieces. It is really rare to find pieces that are of a lower quality. What does 1010 quality mean? Well, simple. You take the ruler and you count how many knots you have over 1 centimeter. So of a 1010 quality, you have literally 1 knot per millimeter. And you take that 1010, so that you got 10 knots over 1 centimeter, and you take it times 100, well, that's 1,000 knots per meter. 1,000 times 1,000, you have 1,000,000 knots per square meter. Keep in mind, these are handmade pieces. 1,000,000 knots per square meter, and we're talking of the lower end of the Hereke Ozipeks. Now, we have had a few, purchased a few from collectors that were even lower quality. They're like 88, 99, but those are actually rare. The vast majority of them, they start at 1010 and then they go up. The highest quality we have ever had was, I believe, an 1818 quality. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And yes, we have also, for example, I have a couple of 2020 quality pieces. And just to give you an idea, we're talking Hereke rugs that have 4 million knots per square meter. It's just absolutely amazing how they make these. And here, for example, we have a pictorial tree of life piece. This one is a 1515 quality. So again, you take 15 knots per square meter, per centimeter, that's 1,500 and 1,500, and you got over 2,000,000 knots per square meter. It's extremely fine pieces. But in this video, I'm going to feature something, I want to showcase something that some of you have contacted me about, and that is something that has, I think confuse some of you, because there are so many types of Persian rugs or handmade carpets, not just Persian, but also Turkish, that have the fake signatures. Like, for example, there is a huge influx of the cheaper, low-end Chinese Hereke rugs. And sometimes they have these really badly done, they're trying to copy the Hereke signature, and it just doesn't work very well. But one of the questions that is always being asked is, well, is my rug, is that a genuine piece? And with the Hereke pieces, especially with the Ozipek pieces, we can generally not just look at the signatures, but we can also look at the quality. And this is where information is real important. Not just, it's not just the size of the pictures, but it's also what type of pictures. And this is something that if you are interested in, and this is something that I open myself up to, the viewing community, if you're out there and you own a rug and you're interested in buying a rug, please feel free to send me a picture. And I do apologize. I'm sorry, I said buying a rug. If you own a rug, I've been getting a lot of emails. In fact, just today I got 2 from people who are looking at buying rugs. Well, I always tell people, I'm not a sales consultant. This is a free channel. I have absolutely no problems giving you my feedback, trying to help you with questions about rugs that you own. But please, if you're looking at buying a rug and you want to use my time and my knowledge for what it is that I do, please note that I will be giving preference to all the other people that are asking me questions. But in this case right here, we have pictures, and just to give you a basic idea, we have 5 beautiful Ozipeks. And as you can see here by the pictures, the reason I chose these 5 pieces is because each one of them has a distinctly unique signature. And this is something that I talk about in all of my videos. If you have questions about a rug that you own and you want information about it, there is a link below in the description. All you have to do is watch that video for 5 minutes. It tells you what type of pictures I need, the size, and exactly from which angles and everything. Simply email them to me. You can visit us at mprugs.com and you get the contact information. And then I'd be more than happy to take a look at it, and I can give you a pretty quick answer. Because with the Ozipeks, it's not just the signatures that matter, but also the workmanship and the way the silk looks and feels. With the Ozipeks, it's really, these are exceptional pieces. And to answer your question, and I asked you earlier, which one of the 5 signatures is real? Well, actually, they all are. Even though you have 5 different types of signatures, and I'm going to just briefly show, like I said, this is something that is rarely ever found in handmade rugs, so when we do find them, to me, it's just something that I really, really enjoy, because generally speaking, the workshops, when they make the rugs, they make one signature, and then they use that in every rug. But every once in a while, like I said, you have pieces like, and I'm just going to use an example. Here we have a beautiful, uniquely with a floral design. Here you have Ozipek Hereke, as you can see in the signature. Then you have the same signature, but it's swapped. In this larger piece, the signature are both the same, but they have been switched around. And so here you read it from left to right, here you read it from right to left. Both of them say the same thing. Ozipek Hereke. Then, for example, you have it written in English, and this is extremely rare. Ozipek Hereke. Then you have it written in Arabic. And this is, again, extremely rare. Now, just so you know, and actually in order to read it, you have to flip it and look at it from the back of it. So, but I left it hanging because of the design and everything. But in addition to that, you also have the small piece right here with the Ozipek signature, as you can see in the picture. So you have 5 different Ozipeks from 5 different, and this is going to be, this is something a lot of people didn't know about the Ozipeks. The Ozipek workshop was more almost like a community. It wasn't, it was like an association, a commune. And so you had these weavers, they were all in it together. It was a group of them. They basically used the same suppliers for the silk. They used the same designs and everything. They shared a lot of the things, but what they didn't necessarily share was the same roof. So in this group of weavers, in the Hereke area at the time, and this goes, they started making rugs, I think from what I've seen, the oldest one, I think, we're almost approaching, I think, 1900. You're talking 1900 to about 1990. The older pieces, one of the things that sets them apart is that they all have unique signatures. So sometimes we can look at the Ozipeks, where, for example, we can look at them and say, okay, based on what we have learned over the years and decades, we can tell that by looking at some of the signatures, we can tell which one came first. During some of the places, during some of the decades, a certain type of signature was preferred. Also, a certain type of silk was preferred. We can tell, for example, that this Hereke is not as, well, for example, you got this piece right here. We have in the back there the beige piece. The beige is much older. We can look at the silk and we can tell that the silk is made differently. It is finer, it's thinner, it's softer. Here we can see that the silk here, it's almost borderline, almost a little bit like the gom, the Persian, the gom rugs. And so we can always look at the fringes, the workmanship and everything, and tell from which era the rugs came from. And so I just thought I'd show you. This is something that is really, for those of you that are into Persian rugs or the Turkish rugs, or just generally speaking, if you just have a passion for handmade rugs, here you have a beautiful, highly collectible. This is something that a lot of my silk buyers, this is something that absolutely just makes them go crazy. They love the Ozipeks. And for me to be able to showcase 5 different pieces with 5 different signatures is a tremendous honor for me, and it's just an absolute joy. But there's something else that I wanted to point out to you, like I said, and the links to all of these rugs are below in the description. And as I always say, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know and all that stuff. And obviously, if you like our channel, if you're into Persian rugs or just handmade rugs in general, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We have lots of other videos that I've already made where I talk about real Turkish silk rugs versus the fake ones. You can check them out on our channel. And what I wanted to do was I mentioned something earlier and about 2 of these pieces that you may or may not have noticed. And I'm actually going to remove, this is an extremely fine 1515 quality. I'm actually going to remove this piece because, and I'm also going to remove this corner piece because as I mentioned to you earlier, there is something very peculiar going on here. And that is, we have two identical Ozipeks from two different eras. And forgive me here, I'm just going to move this tiny one here. Let's get rid of this one. There we go. Voila, here you go. You have two absolutely, really unique designs. These are what is known as a tree of life. It depicts animals and plants in forest. But what is absolutely unique about these two pieces is that they come from, they're both Ozipeks. These are both Hereke Ozipeks, but as you can tell by the signature, they come from two different weaving homes within the Ozipek community. And this is something that is extremely rare. These are both 1010 quality. The light piece here is just a little bit bigger than the darker one. But as you can see by the, when you look at the pictures, absolutely phenomenal. So this is just a perfect design. And this is what they used to do in the old days. They would make a rug. Then they would either shelf the design for a while, or they would stretch it, or sometimes shrink it down and make similar pieces with a different type quality. Here you have two pieces. Both of them are a 1010 quality. Both of them feature the exact same animals, plants, flowers, everything. But you will notice there is a few subtle changes. For example, if you look at the trees and the way they blossom, you have different type of leaves. The leaves are different. The trees are not. And this is extremely, extremely rare. Well, generally speaking, when you have identical designs, you literally have identical designs. The idea that the tree is the same trees, same branches, same everything, and yet all of a sudden you have different leaves, different blossoms when you compare them side by side. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, if you look at the darker piece, and you compare it to the lighter piece, this is something that is almost unheard of in handmade rugs. And this just shows you that this workshop, they took the design, but they made alterations to it so that it would not be exact same match. And this is one of the things that really sets them apart. Also, we know enough about the Ozipeks to know that this signature dates a little bit older by about 10 years, 20 years or so from that signature. So we can also kind of sort of age the rugs based on the signatures. But this is just a perfect example of how you can take designs of rugs and literally come up with alternative designs where you can create the same theme, but you can see by changing the colors and just by changing the leaves, you are changing the seasons. You still have the same birds, you still have the same deer, you have all the same animals and everything, but just by making a few changes, you can make a huge impact on the rug and how it looks and everything. So I wanted to show you the Ozipeks, I wanted to show you literally the different signatures and everything else that goes along with them and why they are such collectibles, so popular with our clients. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is one of many videos that is all about not just the Turkish rugs, but since I have a personal fetish for the Hereke, for the Ozipek pieces, I thought I'd showcase them for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments section or email us. Visit us at mprugs.com and then you can email us through our website. Also, again, as I mentioned to you, if you like our channel, it's all about handmade carpets. I generally come up with about 1 or 2 videos a week. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and you will be notified. If you have any questions, let me know. Information is in the details. So until we see each other again, I wish you and your family the very, very best. Take care. And I'll be seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.